Hi everyone, it's Nicole, and now we're working on day 27 and 28. We're almost done this project. Actually, in real life, I'm done the project, which is, feels so good. And now I know I can move on to my next project that I want to do. And so there's only going to be this video and another one, and then I'll share a couple of videos where I show you the entire album. Now, I've mentioned in a few videos that I don't like the journaling. What I've noticed is as soon as I take out the cards, if there's a journaling spot, if I do the journaling right then and there, then it's easier for me than if I wait at the end of the page. Because once I get to the end of the page, I'm ready to move on. I don't want to, do some journaling when I'm done. So the first thing I do when I start working on a page is I go to my phone, and the way I did it on my phone is every day I would get up and I would take a picture of the month, and it would highlight the date that it was. The next thing I would do was take a picture of the weather. And I'm so glad I did that, because now I can flip through the whole month and I can see the difference in the weather from day to day to day. Like at one point, in a difference of 2 days, we went from like minus 12 degrees Celsius to plus 14. Like that's just insane. So, but it's nice to see that. Now, I took a picture of, I was at 99 books on day 27. So close. And that's what the title is of this one here. So close. And I knew I was going to do it because I had 4 days left and I was pretty much done one of my books. And so I knew that I was going to make my Goodreads goal. Every year I make a goal of reading 100 books. And this was the 6th year in a row that I actually completed my goal. When I first started, I didn't have 100 books as my goal because it had been years since I read. Like I used to read all the time as a child. Like the teacher had to bring me to the library because the books that we did in class, it just wasn't enough. Like I would bring it home and I would have it read that night. So we started going to the library, and I would bring, back now you can bring 50 books from the library. What? But back then you could only bring like 5 or 6. So I would have to make it last, basically like a week. We would go like once a week, but it's just a fun way to keep track of the books that you read. Now that day we had spaghetti, and I make my spaghetti sauce in a batch. And then what I do is this was on the 28th. I can just take out the sauce when we want spaghetti, and it makes it so easy. Now it takes me like a morning or whatever to get my spaghetti sauce done because I just do so much. But in the end, it's totally worth it. So on the 28th is where I finished my Goodreads goal. I took a picture of my screen because there was confetti going everywhere. And that was actually the last book I finished in 2021, just because I just had to read so much in December. I had to read 17 books in order to achieve my goal. So I read a little bit the rest of the days, but it wasn't like full on like I've been doing. Now, this is the last page for 2021, and now we're going to work on 2019, because that's one thing I did this year was I got 2 years done at once, because I never did complete my 2019 album and my 2020 album, because in 2019 I had no reason why I didn't get it done. I just didn't get it done. 2020 I broke my wrist, and I just was not in the mood to scrap every day. I was just trying to survive every day, with having to cook and everything with a big cast on. But it was so nice that I was able to do this year. I was able to finish, my 2019 and finish my 2021. Now, on the 28th and the 29th of December, Mason had a hockey tournament. So it was a 2-line tournament. So I took a picture of the game that he had that morning, and then him and one of his little teammate and his parents, we all went to Subway, and we had subs in between some games, and then we went back to the games. And that was his first real tournament. And because he's pretty young there, right? That was 2019, so he was 6. So that was his first real tournament, and it was so fun to watch. My oldest son has been in hockey. He was in hockey, from the time he was like 8. He started later than Mason. I think he was 7 or 8 when he started, and he went right till he was 17. Mason started when he was 4 or 5, and we'll see how long he plays hockey for. But it's just fun to see him at his first hockey tournament, and they finished in 2nd place. So they made it to the finals, and they lost in the finals and got silver. But man, were they ever excited. And it was fun that their first tournament that they went in as, a AAA team, that they got 2nd place. Now, the other day I was going through some of my albums and just looking at the pictures, and I came upon one of my, older December Daily, and it's probably one of my favorite albums to flip through because, I love my scrapbooking pages, don't get me wrong, but when I look at my December Daily and I see what we were doing, every day for a month, it's so much fun. Now, I wish that I could do the Project Life and do that, but it's too much of a big commitment for me to do that for 12 months. But if 1 month a year I can do this, then it's a whole lot of fun. Actually, I was thinking of maybe adding another month, like maybe halfway through the year where I do this in December. Maybe I can do it again, like maybe July, because July is a month that we do a lot of stuff. So it would be fun to see on a daily what we do on a month, on a daily basis for an entire month. So we already determined that I don't like journaling, but I love taking the tiny stickers and making little titles on the page. Now, the picture here with Mason and his friend, I thought it'd be good to put his friend's name on the page because, 10 years from now, who knows if they're still going to be in contact? Who knows, right? So then at least we'll have the name of his little friends. And I plan on going back, and because we had a few pages in 2021 where we brought some of his friends to hockey games, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to write the name of his friends and him, on the layout. But that's it. That's going to complete day 27 and day 28. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.